Hoyos TV, the inventor of Drake and Drive, a very serious man, joined in on the metric ton of hate that I saw Pokimane receiving online. Every annoying person was like, what a bitch. She's so fucking condescending. She's so annoying, blah, 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 right? Everyone was doing that. So then I guess Iman says, it'd be cringe for me to compromise my morals and ethics for money. Random motherfuckers online. You're insecure, jealous, salty. Okay, y'all want something to be mad about so bad. You just insulted not only an entire platform, but all the people who chose to stream on it while simultaneously implying you're a better person than all of them too. I don't know you personally, but from the way you talk, it seems like a mean, nasty, bitter, unpleasant person. 11,000 likes. Ostonox said, that's not what Pokey was trying to say or saying, but I'll say it. Anyone who streams on Kick is working for an illegal gambling subsidiary, selling out their audience for a cash grab. You are bad people, and there's a reason they're dropping millions to convert your viewers into addicts. Sorry, but if you need it explained to you how Kick is funneling viewers into the gambling on Stake, when the site was created by Stake and the top sponsor gambling streamers out there Twitch ban slots, you're a moron, or you get it and you're being paid enough to pretend you don't. So there's some energy, I agree, on this, and some I don't. Okay, and you might be surprised to hear this from me, but Ostonox is not me. Ostonox is a HasanAbi head turned into an editor, and turned into an editor. Hopefully, is editing right now instead of editing fucking tweets. Okay, and cooking up another like Kick video or something, which will probably be a banger. I'm in Japan. Ostonox, please put out some fucking Japan content. Anyway, the part of which I don't agree with, I guess, well, I do agree. It is an illegal gambling subsidiary. That's for sure. But having said that, do I think personally that you are automatically a fucking bad person for working for a bad company? I don't. Because everyone works for a bad company. There are varying degrees of which, there are varying degrees of bad, but ultimately, I think everyone works for a bad company. I work for a bad company. Okay? That's it. Like, Amazon is a bad company. That's how I see it. Now, the difference, of course, is it manageable? What is the output? What can you change about it? Like, that's the reason why I've speculated about Kick's future, right? That's the reason why I have the take I have in its beginning, where I was like, get the bag. I hope Kick becomes like a fruitful endeavor, and I hope it becomes like another streaming platform in the space, because that competition is good for the consumers, the viewers. That competition is good for the streamers. It's good overall. That part is true. But do I believe that it's going to be something more than a marketing tool for Stake, the online gambling platform? No, not at this stage, and certainly not in the future. And I believe I've done a pretty good job of describing why I'm speculating that won't happen, all the way from the infrastructural hurdles that Kick does not have the bandwidth to clear, to their lack of sponsorships that they'll get. Like, no blue chip company is going to want to be on a platform like that, and overall more industry specific issues, like how expensive it is. How expensive it is to even have a live streaming service in the green, because live web hosting is so fucking expensive, right? Which is why you have to look for some kind of intention behind why this was made. And if we're going to talk about like Stake's own personal intentions, that's where my speculation comes from. So then Charlie, I guess, responded to this Ostonox tweet with this. Anyway. Hold on. Murat. Fuck, I need a charger, dude. How much time do you have until IRL? He said, this take is a little confusing. Amazon is also an evil company with countless human rights violations and exploitation, so why is it morally okay to direct or Convert your audience to Amazon Prime subscribers for Twitch viewing benefits. Twitch is Amazon advertised everywhere and incentivizes your audience to buy their services while watching you. Stake isn't advertised anywhere on Kick right now except in the gambling category, so a streamer that is just doing normal gaming outside of what outside of that category never exposes their audience to stake. Meanwhile, on Twitch, your viewers are constantly having Amazon shoved down their throats, no matter what, thus supporting an evil company. I think streaming contracts are also better for your audience, regardless of platform, because then you don't have to rely on your viewers giving you money through subs or donations, which I think everyone can agree is a good thing. Being able to turn subs and donations off so viewers can just enjoy the content without feeling the need to pay would be great for everyone. I imagine most streamers would love to not take money from their fans, and streaming contracts could eliminate that need. Sure. The easiest way to follow this conversation is go backwards in Charlie's replies. You can't get to the tweets that easily otherwise. So, some things I agree with, some things I don't agree with. It's more so Amazon is evil, certainly. I don't think anyone would disagree with that. Certainly not Ostonox. We have worked on a shit ton of anti-Amazon stuff. You know what I mean? We are not exactly pro-Amazon around these parts. So, this popped off. This banged for Charlie, even though he wrote a fucking essay. Holy shit. The easy answer is Amazon is bad, but steak is horrible. There is no easy answer. It's not. That's a lie. It's more nuanced, which is why a lot of people can take what they want to hear on this in this conversation and go off with it, because that's the whole that's how you operate online. So here's what I disagree with. Amazon is an evil company, and Twitch technically does. It absolutely does funnel viewers into Amazon, or at least that's Amazon's stated purpose. And I described this to XQC fairly well, I think, where I told him, yes, Stake is the main company that owns Kick and is building Kick for the same reason that Amazon purchased Twitch and is building out Twitch. It's to funnel viewers back into their main. It's to funnel viewers back into their main product. Amazon's main product is e-commerce. Kick's main product is unregulated crypto gambling. Stake's main product is unregulated crypto gambling. So one is conducted and produced, that service is produced with really awful means, tremendous amounts of exploitation. The other, the output is bad, okay? The other relies on a very deadly, very suicidal vice, okay? That's the difference. So I don't think that making this comparison is making this comparison to turn around and like justify it on the other hand is an adequate one. You know what I mean? Because like when you're purchasing a Twitch Prime or something, or an Amazon Prime, so you can get like a Twitch sub, which doesn't really work that way, but let's say you did that, you're not turning into an exploited Amazon worker. You know what I mean? Like you don't immediately turn into a fucking Amazon Amazon facility worker. You're doing it because you want to avoid the ads at the top of the hour. And if you no longer want to see those ads at the top of the hour, which nobody likes, you can subscribe for $5 or for free, right? You can also get gifted a sub. If you're lucky, that is. That's one other way you can avoid the ads at the top of the hour. Here is the 3-minute ad break now. Can you just talk to him directly? He DM'd me this morning. Oh, okay. Do you mind if we finish up some basketball? I could hop in for a while in about an hour if that works for you. Okay. He's balling right now, and he wants to talk to me after he balls. If that's your take, then you're helping fund the immoral actions of Amazon. If that's your take, you're helping fund the immoral actions of Amazon. Yeah, I think there's truth to that to some degree. I think that when you are streaming on Twitch, which is an Amazon-owned platform, I have an exclusive contract with Twitch. The reason why, I stream on here is because it's the most convenient. It's where I've built an audience. It's where I feel like I have been able to cultivate a sense of community, and I do prefer streaming on this platform. But I don't make any. I don't hide that. Like streaming on Twitch to a certain degree is making me not side with Amazon, but indirectly showcasing Amazon to an audience that maybe would not know about it. But even then, it sounds silly because it's fucking Amazon and everybody and their moms use it. You know what I mean? It's like me, I'm taking advantage of Amazon in that regard, not the other way around. So of course, you can't be full blown. There's no way to wash your hands from the blood of other capitalists in that regard. Everybody works for a company, and most companies are, at least like Amazon, even if the output itself is not bad, if it's fucking e-commerce, you know what I mean? The business practices are unethical, predatory mergers and predatory acquisitions, and then also, more importantly, the production side is unethical from my perspective. Hyper exploitative practices, constantly turning over their entire labor force so they can keep the wages low. Like, these are things I talk about regularly, and it is very, very unethical. MB, thank you for the 5 gifted. I don't like Jeff Bezos, but I watch and buy from Amazon. The difference between Twitch and Kick is that only one was made specifically because the other banned state gambling. Yeah. So a much smaller company than Kick would run the ransoms of kidnappings would be fair places in absolute terms. The damage they make is way smaller than Amazon and Kick. Yeah, that's how I feel. Yeah, that's my take. That's actually a really good counter. That's funny. We all help build awful companies, do the organization of our economy. You can still choose not to work for a company that's objectively doing bad in the form in funneling people into gambling. It's so easy to see. Anyway. Amazon killed all the small workers, and Amazon killed all the small workers in libraries in my country. People off themselves after Amazon killed their business. Yeah, I mean, Amazon is a very bad company, but what do you mean small workers? Like tiny work, like children? What's a small worker? They killed everybody. The small workers. Nobody talks about the small workers, dude. It's fucked up. Degrees of evil. No, Amazon is a shitty employer, but steak drains his customer savings and puts them in debt. What's the worst evil? Yeah, I already described it. Amazon pound for pound is not a thing, a service, or a commodity that is like objectively bad in the same way that an unregulated crypto gambling casino is. Yes, Amazon's problems are around their business practices and how they fucking generate value, okay? Which is a consistent problem in every capitalist corporation, which is why even if I went to fucking YouTube, I would have similar ethical considerations to make. Even if I went to Facebook, I would have similar ethical considerations to make. Do you get it? Do you understand? That's why you can't go to a different streaming platform and be like, well, my conscience is clear. I stream here. Anyway, I think it's just, again, people trying to deflect away from from their own personal feelings. Like, everybody hates it when you speculate about their intentions, but it's hard not to in this regard, because like, if you had no issues with what you did, like, which, you know, everyone was fucking celebrating XQC. Like, I celebrated XQC. If you have no issues with what you did, you wouldn't probably defend it so much or get so mad and like attack people, you know what I mean? Left and right. And I feel like it's good for drama. I think that's mostly why people are doing it, because like it, you know, drums up support for this new, smaller company in the fold, and you know, get on the underdog side in this regard, right? Um, does that make sense? Like, I think if you didn't have internalized guilt to some degree about this, like, you wouldn't be getting this upset. You'd just be like, "Fuck you mean? Yeah, I got 100 million. Like, shut the fuck up. I got paid as much as LeBron James. You know, it's great. It's awesome. Let's see how this goes. Like, instead of just being like, stop making us think about our decisions, which in turn is making me feel bad, but I can't vocalize that and prove you right. Yeah, I don't get it. I think that viewers on Kick are liable for their own decisions, even young viewers. Like, professional sports is always advertising FanDuel, MGM, DraftKings, and many young kings watch sports and see that stuff. I agree, and it's fucking awful. Sports betting is dog shit. Sports betting is fucking awful, okay? It is a horrible vice. And unfortunately, it has become profoundly normalized due to the billions of dollars that they're fucking dumping into legitimate sectors in the form of marketing. Okay? It's bad, it's parasitic, it's ruining sports in general, and it will continue to do so. And there's not really much you can, I don't know, there's not really much you can do about it. There's like nothing, it feels so hopeless. It feels so impossible to combat. You know what I mean? It's just, and it's gonna get worse, man. It's gonna get worse. These are problems that are so much larger than the petty squabbles that we're having with respect to like which platform to stream on. Gambling is a vice, and all of these diseases of despair are going to become permanent staples in our lives as our living conditions and our working conditions get worse and worse year over year, because people are looking for an outlet. Okay? I am literally at the heart of that. I'm in the heart of that shit right now. A hyper-capitalist dystopia where people feel a sense of alienation from both their labor and a sense of isolation from everyone else around them in a country that has thousands of years of collectivist tradition, okay? But capitalism has rotted their fucking brains to the goddamn core that they look for avenues like pachinko and gambling, which you can easily do, right? And worse than that, a sense of social drinking that they can get that has turned into this transactional thing. When we went to Kobe, we went to the snack bars. We went to a place where we saw lonely salarymen feel a sense of camaraderie from a person that they're paying for that service. Okay? That's where that's going to get much, much worse. And I do feel like there's no way to combat that. And as hedonistic as I am, as much as I love hedonism, as much as I love consumption, the unfortunate reality is that it's what's happening. It's what's happening in the world. And it's going to get much, much worse. Hasn't betting always been a part of sports? Certainly. But I think that a little bit of fun on the side is one thing. Making it like the primary reason to consume sports, because it's a win-win situation for like the TV companies, and it's great for the gambling companies, is only making it way more accessible. You know what I mean? It was never to this degree. It was never like this. So, having said all of that, do I have issues with DraftKings? Of course I do. I think it's fucking bullshit. But even with DraftKings, there is a level of regulation that does not exist. We can talk about how that regulation is not enough. Okay? Because it's not. Certainly hasn't done enough to combat fucking gambling addiction. People are still drowning in debt, right? But then also on the other side, you have unregulated crypto gambling, which is even worse, right? That is an even bigger problem, in my opinion, for a smaller subsect of society. On your average UK high street, every third storefront is a betting shop. Exactly. The key is, no matter where you stream, the reason you're paid is because you're selling a product for Twitch. It's Amazon. For Kick, it's gambling, which is inherently so much worse, at least the financial ruin and addiction. Yeah. So, having said that, the reason why I say, hey man, get the bag. It's great. This kind of competition, although selfishly for me, breeds a better space for streaming, while also maintaining the position that I don't see the future of Kick being anything but a marketing tool for stake.com, is because I recognize that every company is fucking awful. Obviously, some are more awful than others. Okay? It's not like Amazon is morally infallible. I've never said that. It's awful. And by orders of totality, if we are to look at the totality of Amazon's pain and suffering it's caused, it's probably larger than Stake. Because Amazon is a global powerhouse. Stake is still a small player in the fucking gambling scene. Right? But what will happen if Stake becomes a behemoth, which it's certainly on track to become, due to how profitable it is to just do crypto gambling? I don't know. I don't know what that future will look like. But if you were to come to me and say, Hasan, I think Stake is in it because they want to build a better space for streamers, then I don't agree. I don't think that that is their genuine purpose. I think their genuine interest in the matter is to build a marketing platform. Okay? But the way I see it for streamers that go to the Kick, I see it as no different, maybe no different in many respects than someone touring at a casino, someone getting a residency at a casino when they're performing. And that's their performance. That's what they're doing. That's why I said XQC is like Britney Spears in Las Vegas. He's there to drive traffic to that casino. He's there to drive traffic to Stake. That's why he got $100 million. That's the reason why Drake got $100 million, right? Now, a lot of things can change in this in the near future, I guess. A lot of things can change. Now, what that traffic is and how that will materialize is important. You need to figure that. I mean, it's entirely dependent on what that outcome is going to look like. What is the utility of talking about the degrees of badness between Stake and Amazon? I think the utility is because a lot of people are using that to deflect away from that main point of contention, because that main point of contention is still speculative. And it's not like what might happen is speculative in the future. You know what I mean? So for that reason, I feel like I always have to cover my own bases and explain my position thoughtfully and thoroughly, so that those who are genuinely curious about what I have to say and not just coming here in bad faith understand where I'm coming from. Okay? But that's it.